Chapter 5. How the Camel Got Its Hump. Let us begin. Teacher, children, can you see the picture? Ravi, yes ma'am. Teacher, can you name it? Priya, it is a polar bear. Teacher, can you name this one? Sashi, this is an orangutan. Teacher, what picture is this? Somu, is it a camel? Teacher, no, it's a llama. Where do you find a llama? Ravi, I think in Central America. Teacher, you are right. Now can you see this picture? Sashi, this is a camel. Teacher, what is it called? Priya, it is called the ship of the desert. Teacher, now let us read the story of how the camel got its hump. Let us read in the beginning of time, when the world was so new and all and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel. He lived in the middle of a desert because he did not want to work. He ate sticks and thorns. He was the most idle creature on earth, and when everybody spoke to him, he just said, "Humph, humph," and no more. One day a horse came to him with a saddle on his back and a bit in his mouth and said, "Camel, zero camel, come out and trot just like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man. Then the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. Lastly, the ox came to him with the yoke on his neck and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and plow like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. At the end of 3 days, the man called the horse, the dog and the ox together and said, 303, I am very sorry for you, but the humph thing in the desert can't work, or he would have been here by now, so I am going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for it." That made the 3 very angry, and they held a meeting on the edge of the desert. The camel came chewing milkweed and laughed at them. Then he said, "Humph," and went away again. Suddenly, rolling in a cloud of dust, there came along the jinn in charge of all deserts. Jinns always travel that way because it is magic. He stopped to talk to the 3 of them. "Jinn of all deserts," said the horse, "is it right for anyone to be so idle?" "Certainly not," said the jinn. "Well," said the horse, "there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long legs, and he does no work." "Woo," said the jinn, whistling, "that's my camel." "What did he say?" "He says humph," said the dog, "and he won't fetch and carry." "Does he say anything else?" "Only humph." "And he won't plow," said the ox. "Very good," said the jinn, "I'll humph him if you will kindly wait a minute." The jinn rolled himself in his dust cloak and went flowing across the desert and found the camel, who was looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. "My long and bubbling friend," said the jinn, "what is this I hear of you doing no work?" The jinn sat down with his chin in his hand and began to think of a great magic, while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. "Now you're given 3 extra work for the last 3 days, all on account of your idleness," said the jinn, and he went on thinking magic with his chin in his hand. "Humph," said the camel, "I shouldn't have said that again if I were you," said the jinn. "I want you to work." And the camel said, "Humph," again, but no sooner had he said it than he saw his back, that he was so proud of puffing up into a great big lolloping humph. "Did you see that?" said the jinn. "That's your own humph that you have brought upon your very own self by not working. Now you are going to work." "How can I?" said the camel, "with the humph on my back?" "That's made with a purpose," said the jinn. "You missed work all those days. Now you will be able to work for 3 days without eating because you can live on your hump. And don't ever say, I never did anything for you. Come out of the desert and go to the tree and behave. And the camel humped himself, hump and all, and went away to join the tree. And from that day to this, the camel always wears a hump. We call it Hump. Now, not to hurt his feelings, but he has never yet caught up with the 3 days he missed at the beginning of the world, and he has never yet learned how.
Let us recite. Hands. There are things hands do that feet never can. Oh, lots of things, like stringing beads, or playing the piano, or plaiting little stems of grass into a little braid for an acorn dolly's head that somebody has made, or shelling slippery pods of peas so the peas can pop, or holding things quite tightly so they will not slip or drop. Hands tell my toes. I said to them one day, how you learn to do so much more useful things than they. But hands just looked at me and proudly began. Oh, there are things hands do that feet never can.